And welcome back, everyone, to Who Would Win, the week of Who Would Win. Normally, I would start this off with a horror-themed one, but there was a little hiccup, so this got swapped. Anyway, coming to us from Emerald Final, is that how the name is pronounced? Let me know if I got that right. We got the Battle of the Sharpshooters and the Long Shots. We got Deadshot, DC's, man who doesn't miss, or man who can shoot from a mile away, no problem. Widowmaker, the cold-blooded assassin. Cad Bane, the bounty hunter, one of the best bounty hunters in the galaxy. And Lady Nagant, the former hero turned villain, turned back to hero, and now retired. Rifleman or riflewoman of My Hero Academia. This is actually kind of interesting. Because if you look at all these individuals, it's one of these guys is already at a big disadvantage. And yet they have a bigger advantage than the others. So let's break it down real quick what all these guys kind of bring to the table. Deadshot is someone who's a walking armory. He usually has multiple firearms on at all times. He's a crack shot. Can basically, land a shot from nearly any distance. He's also a skilled hand-to-hand fighter and does wear body armor. That's the gist of it. He has many different calibers of weapon, no problem. Widowmaker is a brainwashed and trained assassin whose job is to, kill people. She wields a very specialized rifle. Can't remember exactly what she is wielding, but she's wielding a very powerful weapon that can convert into a rifle, too. She's not bad in hand-to-hand combat, but her forte is long distance. Cad Bane is a bounty hunter. I can't remember his species, but the fact is he's a bounty hunter who even was dangerous to Jedi. Those two prevent force choking, if I remember correctly. He is a skilled quick draw, and I mean skilled. And when you're dealing with blaster fire, which is much more dangerous than the standard bullet, you need to be a quick draw. He also has several other weapons on him as well. He usually has a jetpack. He has a grappling hook. I think he has I don't know if they're electric nets, but he does have nets for capturing. He does also have wrist gauntlets, things along those lines. So he has a lot of weapons on him. Last but not least, there's Lady Nagant, whose quirk rifle basically allows her to convert her arm into a rifle. She can increase the caliber and size of this rifle at the cost of risking it jamming. She can put any bullet she wants in, or any sort of fire ammunition she wants in a hole in her arm to load the rifle. She also has an extra ability to turn her hair into an epoxy to turn it into any caliber bullet she really wants to use. Okay. What exactly? And she also gained an ability called Airwalk, which allows her to, you guess it, walk on air. Thanks to One for All, or All for One. Now, I mentioned there's one person who's actually not in a good way in this fight. And it's arguably the guy who has the best weaponry. It's Cad Bane. Now, Cad Bane is used to taking on Jedi, all that. But remember, this fight would partially be snipers. A lot of sniping, honestly. Deadshot, Widowmaker, and Nagant are all snipers. Cad Bane's the odd man out here. He's not a sniper. He's a gunslinger is what he is. So he's running a huge risk. Now, let me get the rundown of his arsenal, because I'm sure he uses rifles. I'm sure he has used rifles before. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's not part of his normal kit is the problem. Honestly, this fight could start and he could theoretically be the first man down if they all shoot at him, finding out where each of their locations are, and that's when the real fight begins. In theory. However, let me see here. In terms of equipment, blast pistol with a scope mounted on side, snatch bag, killed Marsh. Cad Bane is known for wielding a LL-30 blaster pistols. Yep, blaster pistols, not long range. He also wore electro gauntlets. Cool. With flamethrowers. Cool. Wrist commie to communicate. Yep. Gauntlets are also capable of remote control and can operate starships. He also carried bolas, a hypnogazer with his greatcoat. What the hell is a hypnogazer? A pair of rocket boots they used for occasions. Let's see here. Sorry, what's a hypnogazer? I didn't follow a lot of bounty hunter was used during his kidnapping. In order to make compliant, it's shown a gazer. Okay, so basically, it literally is a a hypnotizing little light thing that you put in someone's head, that you basically kind of use on someone. Okay, that's fair. Go back to where I can read all the list of all your things. I hate when the internet or wikis do this, where it's like, hey, you got to go to the wiki. Okay, well, got to go back to this page. Sorry, we're going to take forever to do that. Yeah, let me put it this way. If Cad Bane doesn't have a long-range weapon to start the fight out with, he's kind of going to be the first one down. Honest. Well, okay. Maybe not. But he's going to be the first one injured. He does wear body armor to some degree, but he's not wearing, like, complete bulletproof anything. Hell, even Blaster Fire, he was taken down by. Let's see. Okay, where's the escaping the Republic later? He equipped himself with a new pair of gauntlets, a LL pistol holster, and it's right, a Galar 15 blaster carbine, which he kept in his holster. Go away! I hate ads so much. Kept in his holster and his back. This has another blaster pistol, which he later gave to Kenobi. He left his gauntlets. Oh, he had knockout gas that can discombobulate his enemy. His right gauntlet had a whipcord. He also had breathing tubes, which enabled him to survive being choked, and rocket boots to help. Yeah, we know that. Starships, while operating as a class, we used a small device. So, checking that carbine real quick, because if that carbine isn't really is not a sniper, or doesn't at least have sniper capabilities, then yeesh, that could be problematic. Yeah, that could be very problematic, to say the least. It's a short barrel rifle, not a. Now that being said, that does mean because it's a rifle, he can still use it for at least some mid range. Okay. With that being said, he has the best kit out of anyone here. Like, I don't think even Deadshot doesn't have this level of attack. Because it's literally blaster fire. Now, mind you, Deadshot does have some extreme weapons occasionally, even like kryptonite bullets once in a while. But that doesn't do anything in this fight. Not to mention, these also got hypnotizing lights, knockout gas, bolas, nets, grappling hooks, electro gauntlets. Like, it all comes down to, do they take him out initially? And here, if this were a death battle, I could totally see the scenario happening where Cad Bane's walking. He's probably got that sixth sense for danger where he can sense something's off. And then the bullets come and they all collide with each other. And just like, and just boom, boom, and just starts firing off into the rapid. So let's just say, for sake of arguments, that's what happens. At least give him a shot here. Okay, so that happens. Now it comes down to who's getting the kill shots off, who's got the better tech, who's got the better weaponry. Cad Bane's going to have to close some distances to get to any of these guys. Meanwhile, as he's trying to close some distances, you guys got rocket boots for that. Who's going to be the first one in trouble? Honestly, it's probably going to be Lady Nagant. Because she's got the most vulnerable weapon in the crew. I don't know if that thing gets damaged, she can just regrow another one. Maybe, honestly. But even so, it's kind of a little hard to wield that thing because she's got to basically hold one of her arms is completely useless in terms of like doing anything else. It's a rifle at that point, which means all he's got to do is just get in close, got you, and just shoot her dead. She also has limited ammo, admittedly. I mean, yeah, she can just, unless part of her quirk grows her hair back instantly, she's just going to be completely out of ammo eventually. Beyond that, it's a single load rifle. Like, as far as I know, it's a single shot rifle. Like, she has to constantly just, I don't believe, anyway, it has multiple shots. And even then, can't hold more than maybe like a cup, 4 or 5, something like that. Whereas the rest of these guys, particularly Deadshot and Cad Bane, have a boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, I'm not even tired yet kind of scenario here. So I do think the guy is going to go down. Meanwhile, Deadshot is, aiming, looking for Widowmaker. Widowmaker maybe fires the rifle at him. He's, fires back. And in terms of who's the better shot, oh, that's Deadshot, 100%. We know for a fact how good of a shot he is. Widowmaker, though, has missed on more than one occasion, easy. She's not like she's not considered the deadliest in her world with a gun, whereas Deadshot kind of is. So boom, he probably either puts her down, hits her in the head, or at least hits her in a way where she's down for the count. Which then leads eventually to Cad Bane versus Deadshot. Now this one would actually go on for a little bit. Again, he does wear body armor, Deadshot. Let me actually just quickly look up what else he has going for him in terms of his arsenal. I haven't looked up Deadshot in a while. I want to see if comics have expanded on him lately. Let's see here, Deadshot DC. Deadshot, not Deadshot game, although that's not a game about him, but just a game called Deadshot. Shoot your mouth out now, Floyd Lawton. Shoot your mouth off now, Deadshot. Oh, please don't kill me. The Russians want you dead. I was just doing my job. What a little bitch. That's it. Man, Gotham Knight, man. Deadshot became a little bitch. He also has skill in demolition, though. That's the thing. But yeah, mostly he has wrist magnums, various firearms, sniper rifles, handguns. That's really what it comes down to. He might carry a knife on him too, but he's got great tactical analysis, mechanical engineering, marksman, hand-to-hand combat. He's also got skill with demolition. So this is the one where Cad Bane might actually have some trouble with him. His body armor could probably protect him to a certain degree against his like standard fire armor. So that's when he brings out the rifle and just poof, he finally hits him. Armor takes a brunt of it, but he's firing shot back off. He gets it too. Lawton has to basically try to get trying to keep a distance, but Cad Bane's closing a distance. He just kind of basically takes his jacket off, kind of distract Floyd. It's like, is that the best you can? Throws a flamethrower off. Yeah, just do. And it basically comes down to one fight. I imagine it coming down to that final quick draw. Like I can see his scope, Deadshot's scope being destroyed. Cad Bane's hat's gone, and basically they both basically have one firearm left on. It's like one shot takes it all. You're on, and just and then just poof. And then Deadshot falls down. The reason for that is very simple. Cad Bane is a Jedi hunter, and Jedi notoriously have heightened reflexes because of the Force, even light speed level reflexes, and he can quick draw Jedi. So I do think Deadshot gives him the biggest fight, and there's definitely a scenario where Deadshot can win, especially if he maybe sets up an explosive charge, something, and Cad Bane's got to get the hell out of there. Unfortunately, I think Nagant and Widowmaker really are going to go down because between the four of them, Cad Bane and Deadshot are the only ones who have more than just a gimmick to them. They have a gimmick, but they have other things going along. Again, demolitions expert, hand-to-hand combatant, body armor, multiple different firearms. Whereas Widowmaker has a multi-purpose firearm. She's agile. The Lady God only has the one. She can mold her bullets, but she's got to take the time to load it. It's like, whereas these guys kind of walk on a different playing field. That's my thoughts, though. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I got one last one to do.